Konnichiwa. Uh, so, welcome back after like 3 years. So, I haven't been on and made a video in like forever. But, yeah, I decided to start making more videos of me doing things. Right now, I've been in a real big miniature painting kick, and I thought I'd record me painting some stuff. Recently, well, not recently, I think I've had it up for over a year, was Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid from Renegade Games Studios. And if you like Power Rangers and miniatures, they're awesome little miniatures, little sculpts. And in this video, I paint 3 Putty Patrollers all at the same time. Oh my gosh. It's my first time really doing a batch painting of miniatures. I usually do one at a time and take my time, but I thought I would do kind of a speed painting of them, and here's kind of how they came out. Let me see if I can get some. Is it not doing it? No. But yeah, painted the 3 little guys. In the video, I don't really go over how I painted the base, but I painted all 3 of these guys, and they come out pretty good. I'll take some still photos and show them in here. Yeah. So, away we go. So here we go. I got my 3 Putty Patrollers. They are primed with Mr. Hobby's Mr. Finisher Surfacer 1500 black with a Zenithal white ink spray. I ended up using uniform gray for my base coat from Army Painter War Paints. This is sprayed through my Iwata HPCS airbrush. My compressor is Mr. Hobby's Mr. Linear Compressor. It's either the L5 or the L7. I'm going to say L5. But yeah, sprayed 2 coats of my base coat on there. I could have probably got away with 1, but decided to do 2. Why not? It's my first time ever really airbrushing miniature. I usually just spray on my primer, zenithal coating, and I'm done. But here I had an idea of what to do, an idea of something to do, and it required the airbrush. So I can do this in a fast, easy way of spray painting these little guys. I ended up spray painting the highlight of or airbrushing the highlight of ash gray from Army Painters. All the paints I use, Army Painter, besides my primer and my ink zenithal coating. But yeah, I sprayed my highlights on like I did my zenithal. Came out pretty cool, I guess. Could have been done with it. Then I had another idea. I was like, spray my shadows on here too. So then I loaded Necromancer Cloak into my airbrush and sprayed up on them to catch the undersides of spots for shading. Got a little too carried away with this, but I think they came out pretty cool. Kind of happy with the results. I was like, do this and then just throw on a wash, pick out some details, and call it a day, right? You know? You got an idea? You want to try something? Just do it. If it doesn't turn out how you like, strip it and try another way. So here I go, busting out the brushes. Got my Army Painter Dark Tone Quick Shade that I'm going to use for my wash. You know,
with the colors I'm using, I don't really want to use their strong tone or soft tone. And use their their black wash to go with the grays, you know. You gotta make sure when you're doing washes, slather it all on it, man. You gotta get all the crevices. There's some people who don't even use washes and they make their stuff come out amazing. I'm not on that level yet. I'm still pretty beginner when it comes to miniature painting, and washes are like a miracle in a bottle. And I've done some of mine without using a wash. I think on my Blue Ranger I didn't use a wash. Came out pretty good. I liked it, but still beginning. Make sure you wick out some of the pools and the recesses that get too much of the wash on it. Flat surfaces you don't want a pool on there. You gotta make sure to get that get it off. You don't want too much. You already gotta change the whole color of everything. Here's where I realized my brush was too small, and I got a bigger brush. Make faster work. The reason I airbrush these was for it to be faster. Throw in a wash, pick out details, be done. Because these aren't the main people you want to look super amazing. These are just putties. Oh man, look at that putty you got. Oh, it's so expertly painted. Who cares? Just wanted some paint on it. Look more realistic than just it's like white plastic they do it in. Don't get me wrong. The amount of detail on all these and the solidness of all the miniatures that come with Heroes of the Grid. Pretty amazing stuff. I like it. I think they did a great job. Yeah, originally, I think I started off, like the first miniatures I painted for my Heroes of the Grid were putties. Painted a majority of them, and then I got the Kickstarter expansion box. I ended up buying that, somebody off eBay. Guess what it came with? More putties. But then it also came with the other putties, the Lord Zed's putties. I think those ones are cooler looking. I'm going to have to paint them next. Gotta figure out a way to get my speed down on batch painting and stuff. I don't really do that. Just one at a time. You can get the Tengu warriors or birds, whatever they are. Tengu or Tenga. I think the movie said one way. The show said another way. I'm sure someone will leave a comment correcting me on sable brush which way it is. Easy Google search for me, or I could just open the box and find out. But I'm lazy. Just don't use Google. Just let's think. Let's dwell on it. Remember a time when couldn't Google everything? But here I'm using some Army Painter Pure Red to pick out the eyes here. I'm using a Zem Kalinsky Sable Brush. I don't know if it's Zem or ZEM. It's a pretty cheap set on eBay. Not cheap, but I guess for Kalinsky Sable brushes it was cheap. They're pretty good. I've been taking care of them. Clean them after every use. They work pretty nice. They just seem to taste better too, Gotta use your mouth to get the point. Yeah, works really well with these brushes. Don't do it with the synthetic brush. I just use whatever to get the point. Mostly the Citadel water pot with the little slits on the side. I don't know, man. That thing works amazing. I love that little thing. Best $10 ever. Not really. I could have bought a coffee mug for cheaper and use that, but then I'd have a coffee mug that wouldn't be used for coffee. Here I'm using some matte white to paint the little buckles on the very loose belts of these putties. I don't know why they have these belts that are just kind of hanging there. It's like the decorative belts you see people wear. It just hangs. Not holding up your pants. That's what belts are for, pants, right? But here I'm going to got some uniform gray here. Gonna use the dry brush, the model painter set of brushes. It's their large dry brush. I don't know. I can't can't get it to go right. Like I can't. It's either like almost no paint, going really slow, or I still have too much paint on it, and it's like I'm painting it still, which I don't know how to fix that. Maybe it's the brush. Maybe I just suck at dry painting. There's other dry brushes that came with this little set, but I don't know. Those the bristles don't work right. I need like more flat end. They aren't really flat. But yeah, just use the uniform gray. Probably should have used the ash gray. Right now that I'm thinking about it, I did use ash gray. Eh, make mistakes. I did this yesterday. Before I know 2 days ago is when I recorded this, and I'm overdubbing it now because I don't know. I think I was listening to a podcast while I was painting these. Yeah, I was. I think I had Trapped Under Plastic. You can see my little Bose speaker right there. I don't know if you guys don't check out Trapped Under Plastic. It's pretty entertaining. It's got Scott the Miniac and John Ninjon. I don't know if you don't watch their YouTube channels, you're missing out. They were good channels. So I get most of my how to paint deal. Here I'm taking that gray and I'm throwing it around the little circle that's in the middle of the belt buckle for a little bit of shading. It's a recess, and otherwise it would look weird if it was just all solid white. Just gotta put some other color, other tones there. Otherwise you just rely on the light of natural lighting. Here's where I go with a darker color. This is to dry brush on the arms, because they're supposed to be kind of darker. Throw down some of the uniform gray, putting it on there. I really don't understand the textures of these, but I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it's like rocks, but they're putty. If it's putty, solid, it really wouldn't be rocks, would it? No. What is the composition of this putty that they're made of? Is it like clay? I don't know. Remember in the show, I just put these little balls in the little mold and squash it, throw it through the machine, and there you go. Here I go, bust out the Tamiya panel liner. Stuff's pretty amazing. I use it to pick out these rather large cracks that are on these putties. Got 2 on the shoulders and then 2 on each side of the abdomen, I guess you would say. Don't really understand why the cracks are there, but I thought black would be good there. I was going to try to paint it, but these are about speed here, so figured this would be the fastest way to get those suckers black, right? Here's where I get some quick shade. Throw this on the arms to make them stand out a little different, just due to how the texture is on them. Figured I'd throw the shade on at the end and make it like a little shinier, just stand out a little different. Be a little darker, a little shinier than the rest of the model. Because apparently that's what this whole thing's about, right? Is making, you know, make contrast. To make contrast with the texture, the shininess or the matteness. I don't really know. I preferred them to just be all matte. I don't know. I guess that's from my Gundam building upbringing here. That's what I usually end up doing. Here I am admiring my handiwork. I think go ahead and get some Citadel texture, Armageddon dust. I don't know. Got this in a build and paint set or whatever. It had like 3 Space Marines in it, and I don't know, put it on a base and I was like, this stuff is freaking awesome. But I can see you could probably make this stuff, just get some sort of medium and throw in some sand in there or whatever. Maybe like coffee grounds. I think coffee grounds would probably make it look pretty cool. But yeah, throw this stuff down and let it dry. Maybe 2 coats. Get some black here to go around the rim. The one thing I didn't show in this is me painting it green. The top texture. It kind of looked like grass because, you know, they're always fighting in Angel Grove in the park, and then suddenly they're in an industrial park somewhere. I don't. Once they morph.
Right. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see other stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, and then also leave a comment on what you want to see me paint next. I've got Goldar from Heroes of the Grid. I've got Swashbuckler from the Talisman board game. You can see, let me get my hand, I can't, right, this game right there, yeah. Gotta paint those miniatures. I'm gonna do that in a traditional old school Games Workshop style. Got a Death Guard Plague Marine, or get this little Nightcrawler because he's the coolest X-Men ever. Just leave a comment on which one you would like to see, and I'll make a video of that. But it might be after the next video, because I'm gonna make a video while I wait to see the comments of what you guys want me to paint. I'm gonna paint something completely different. Yeah. Check you next time.